Have you ever wondered what would happen if you asked artificial intelligence to build your investment portfolio? Would it play it safe? Would it take big risks? Or could it actually beat the pros on Wall Street? I asked ChatGPT to create a diversified portfolio for me, and today I'm going to break down exactly what it gave me, why it matters, and whether you should even consider something like this for yourself. Now guys, before we dive in, let me make this clear. I'm not giving you financial advice. This is just for education and entertainment. But here's why this experiment is interesting. Most investors struggle with diversification. We hear terms like stocks, bonds, real estate, ETFs, even crypto, but putting it all together in a balanced way can feel overwhelming. That's where the idea hit me. What if I asked ChatGPT to do the heavy lifting? Could it actually build a solid portfolio from scratch? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Greg Hardy and welcome back to the channel, and I really appreciate you being here. We cover all things personal finance, investing, and building a secure financial future. If you're serious about taking control of your money, learning something new every week, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really helps the channel and it gets this information out to more people who need it. Thank you. So let's start with exactly what I asked ChatGPT. I kept it pretty simple because I wanted to see how it would think without too much hand-holding. My prompt was, build me a diversified portfolio for long-term growth with moderate risk. In other words, I didn't want an aggressive all-stock portfolio, but I also didn't want something too conservative that would just sit in cash or bonds. I wanted a balanced approach that could realistically grow over time while still smoothing out some of the ups and downs. I also gave it a few guidelines so it had some direction. Instead of asking for a specific dollar amount, I asked ChatGPT to break the portfolio down into percentages. That way, no matter how much money someone starts with, whether it's a little or a lot, they can apply the same framework. I also asked it to include exposure not just to US markets, but also international investments too. The idea was to get something practical, something that the average investor could actually follow. Before I show you what it came up with, let's quickly talk about diversification, because that's really at the heart of this whole experiment. Diversification just means spreading your money across different types of investments so you're not relying on just one thing to perform well. Think of it like this. If you put all your eggs in one basket and you drop it, you lose everything. But if you spread your eggs across multiple baskets, even if one falls, you still have plenty left. That's the basic idea behind why diversification matters so much in investing. When ChatGPT built the portfolio, it started with the foundation. It allocated about 50 to 55% into equities split between US index funds and international markets. For US exposure, it suggested a total market ETF like VTI or an S&P 500 fund like SPY. Both give you a wide slice of American companies without having to pick individual stocks. And for international diversification, it leaned toward funds like VXUS or IXUS, which cover developed and emerging markets outside the US. The thinking here is simple. Stocks are the growth engine, and spreading them across the globe reduces the risk of relying on just one market. Next, it turned to bonds, which made up roughly 20 to 25% of the portfolio. Bonds don't have the same growth potential as stocks do, but they add stability and help smooth out the ride. For this category, ChatGPT suggested something broad and simple like the BND ETF or AGG, both of which give exposure to a mix of US government and corporate bonds. This allocation is really about balance, helping the portfolio to hold steady when stocks are bouncing up and down. ChatGPT also included 10 to 15% in real estate, mainly through REITs. A popular option here is VNQ, which invests in real estate investment trusts that own things like office buildings, apartments, and shopping centers. Real estate can provide income from rents while also adding diversification, since it doesn't always move in sync with the stock market. Then there was 5 to 10% in cash or cash equivalents like a high yield savings account or a money market fund. Cash won't grow much, but it's useful for flexibility. It gives you the ability to buy more during a market dip or just to have some safety in case you need quick access to money. Think of it like the emergency brake in the portfolio. Finally, ChatGPT set aside a small slice, around 5%, for alternative investments. In this case, it suggested gold through something like the IAU ETF, and even mentioned a small position in cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. This part is highly optional, but the idea is that these assets don't always move in the same direction as stocks and bonds. Gold, for instance, often holds value during times of uncertainty, while crypto is a high-risk, high-reward play. Altogether, the portfolio looks like something a financial advisor might put together for a moderate, long-term investor. Each piece has a role: US and international stocks for growth, bonds for stability, real estate for income, cash for flexibility, and alternatives for extra diversification. It's simple, easy to follow, and very different from chasing individual hot stock picks. Now, one of the biggest strengths of the portfolio is that it's balanced across multiple asset classes. ChatGPT didn't just throw everything into stocks or pick a few random investments. It intentionally spread the allocations across equities, bonds, real estate, cash, and even a small slice of alternatives. That balance helps smooth out the ups and downs of the market, so you're not just relying on a single type of investment to perform well. For a moderate risk portfolio, that's exactly what you want. Another strength that I noticed is that it's long-term focused. Most of the portfolio is in broad market index funds and REITs, which have historically delivered consistent growth over time. It's not chasing short-term trends or flashy hot stocks that might spike one day and crash the next. By focusing on long-term growth, the portfolio aligns with the principle that compounding works best when you stay invested and avoid panic selling. It's also easy to understand and implement. Sometimes investors get overwhelmed by all the jargon and options out there. Individual stocks, sector ETFs, bonds with different maturities, but this portfolio keeps it simple. You can replicate it with a few well-chosen index funds and REITs, which makes it accessible for almost anyone. Simplicity is underrated in investing because complexity can lead to mistakes, stress, or inaction. Finally, the portfolio's diversification is practical and realistic. It includes international exposure, which protects against the risk of being too concentrated in one country, and a small allocation to alternatives like gold or crypto, which can provide additional hedges or growth potential. Each piece serves a purpose, and together they create a portfolio that's robust enough to handle different market conditions without being overly complicated. As strong as this portfolio looks on paper, it's not without its limitations. The first thing to keep in mind is that AI doesn't know you personally. ChatGPT can create a moderate, balanced portfolio, but it doesn't know your age, risk tolerance, financial goals, or time horizon. What's moderate for one person might be too conservative or too aggressive for someone else. That's a big reason why you shouldn't blindly follow an AI-generated portfolio without customizing it to your own situation. Another limitation is that the portfolio is pretty static. Markets change, economies shift, and interest rates rise and fall. ChatGPT's allocation is based on general principles, but it doesn't automatically adjust for current events, market trends, or your personal life changes. For real-world investing, you still need to review and tweak your portfolio periodically to make sure it stays aligned with what your goals are. A third weakness is that the portfolio is somewhat textbook and lacks nuance. While it's well diversified, it doesn't take advantage of niche opportunities or personal expertise that you might have. For example, if you know a lot about real estate in your local market, you might want to overweight that portion. AI is great at following general rules, but it doesn't bring personal insights or creative strategies to the table. Finally, there's the human factor. One of the biggest challenges investors face isn't picking the right allocation, it's staying disciplined. AI doesn't panic when the market dips, but humans do. Even the best designed portfolio can fail if you sell in a downturn or chase trends out of fear or greed. So, while ChatGPT gives you a solid starting point, your behavior and decision making ultimately plays a huge role in your long-term results. Assuming ChatGPT's portfolio allocated approximately 50% to US equities, 20% to bonds, 15% to real estate, 10% to gold, and 5% to Bitcoin, we can estimate its annual returns by weighing each asset class accordingly. Using historical data from 2020 to 2024, the portfolio would have returned roughly 26.7% in 2020, driven in large part by the huge surge in Bitcoin alongside strong gains in the US stock market. In 2021, the portfolio's return would have been about 13.9%, with solid equity performance offset by minor losses in bonds, real estate, and gold. 2022 would have been the toughest year, with an estimated loss of 16.5%, as declining equities, bonds, and Bitcoin combined to drag the portfolio down. The portfolio would have bounced back in 2023, generating an estimated 25.5% return, helped by strong recoveries in stocks, Bitcoin, and gold. In 2024, it would have achieved another strong year of around 27.2%, as U.S. equities, Bitcoin, and gold continue to perform well. Now, overall, these hypothetical returns suggest that ChatGPT's diversified portfolio would have experienced significant growth over the past 5 years, with notable gains in 2020, 2023, and 2024, and a dip in 2022. Now, of course, it's important to remember that past performance is not an indicator of future results, and actual returns will vary depending on the specific assets chosen, market conditions, and timing. So would I actually invest in the portfolio that ChatGPT created? The short answer is mostly yes, but with a few tweaks. I like the overall balance. It covers all the major asset classes and keeps things pretty simple, which is exactly what a moderate investor needs. The allocation to stocks, bonds, real estate, cash, and alternatives make sense on paper and could perform well over the long term. With that said, I'd make a few personal adjustments. For example, I might increase the real estate portion a little because that's an area I understand and feel confident in, and I might slightly adjust international exposure based on current market trends. I'm okay with some risks, so I'd likely reduce the bond percentages in favor of something that could generate a bit more returns. These aren't radical changes, they're just tweaks to align the portfolio with my goals, comfort level, and knowledge. The beauty of percentages is that you can adapt them to your own situation without changing the overall structure. Ultimately, the takeaway here is that AI can give you a solid starting point, but personal judgment still matters. ChatGPT doesn't replace the need to understand your own goals, risk tolerance, or time horizon. If you're willing to take the AI-generated framework and customize it thoughtfully, it can save a lot of time and give you confidence in building a diversified portfolio that works for you. What this experiment really shows is that AI can be a powerful tool for simplifying complex decisions like building a diversified portfolio. ChatGPT can take all the information and rules of investing and turn them into a structured plan that's easy to understand and follow. It doesn't get emotional, it doesn't chase hype, and it lays out a logical approach that anyone can use as a starting point. That alone is a huge benefit for anyone who feels overwhelmed by the endless choices and conflicting advice that's out there. At the same time, this experiment highlights one key truth. Tools like AI are only as effective as the person using them. The AI can suggest percentages, allocation, and asset classes, but it can't know your personal goals, risk tolerance, or timing needs. That's where your judgment comes in. By combining AI guidance with your own insights, knowledge, and discipline, you can create a portfolio that not only looks good on paper, but also works for you in real life. And remember this, a past performance is never a guarantee of future results. What worked over the last 5 years may not happen again, but having a thoughtful, diversified approach gives you a strong foundation to navigate whatever the future brings. Now, if you found this video eye-opening, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who you think needs to hear it. And if you want more practical, no-nonsense advice on building wealth and securing your financial future, then check out this video here. And also, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.